and they haven't played that many other maps, only 3 other ones. So this is the first time we're seeing their Pearl. They're bringing out the Phoenix. It's always been an off-meta pick, but we have seen it pretty much at some point at all times since Pearl's debut. Just, again, an off pick, though.
This grab wall actually pretty big in terms of buying some time. There's also Phoenix Molly thrown in that place. Jaws curveball tries to get him around the corner. Mana deep on the side trying to push up. It's going to be Jaw with a right click that gets his first. Guided Salvo also going to keep G2 at bay for now. And Ethan's playing aggressively.
NRG decide the course of action is to fight past that wall. Now slowing things down, Ethan gets that pick over towards Flowers as the slow flank from Dre maneuvers. Ethan dealt with.
That's the plan of kill. That spike didn't quite go the way that Baby Bay would have liked to, but he is still threatening from that main position. And now it feels like the net is starting to close. Kiko falls. Scooper trying to give Brock a little bit of room, but Baby Bay is encroaching. Scooper knows he has to cross this expanse, so trying to line it up with the recon. I don't know if that really went off the way they would have wanted it to. And that Scooper turns on Baby Bay now. The rest of G2 need to get active. It's on Brock.
10 seconds.
2v1. Valen cleans him up.
Great hold there from G2, and pivotal is that late flank coming from Baby Bay. Denies the plant, and then just his existence. Hype them up.
A lot of stall util there from G2. Ooh, that is spicy. Okay, huge space denial from Jaws Molly. He's actually able to post up on these boxes now in a flash position.
Yeah, in the meantime, Baby Bay's pushed all the way up B, so it's a G2 that are happy to fight here, and you'd love your Phoenix to be able to farm some orbs.
Saturate, a problem! Okay, the Guardian's not quite able to cut through, but Trent is there with the Ares. Scuba tagged on the cross.
Yeah, and because of their cross, Trent has to give up the line, so guns are going to be recovered. That's Scuba with a Guardian. Brock gets the Spectre, and now they can slow things down, recovering that spike. Try and force G2 to spread across the map a bit more, which is the case. You have Baby Bay going towards that A side with the Marshall.
You can see this Teho util from Ethan that was very heads up. Jaws forced to flash there because the guided salvo coming at him, but all of energy was still in the smoke. They actually exit the smoke about half a second later, so no one flashed up. Ends up being a 1-for-1 at best. Makes G2 look sloppy there.
Now Baby Bay has to watch both the connector and B main. Every single target on NRG is a one-shot to this Marshall, and it looks like he's getting on the right line at the right time, but he can't connect. What a shot from Scuba that is.
Well, if he's mad, he's channeled it in the right direction. That Guardian dominated Baby Bay. Valen here's got a stinger. Trent at least can work from this high ground to some degree, but of course it's full post plant here for NRG.
I mean, what's crazy is that NRG have the best long-range weapon right now in this situation where they can play off the site.
They are chilling. Scuba just waits for someone to step out. Of course, you've got some degree of Sovic util. Yep, trying to clear Valen out there.
Kiko was just so fast on that flank to Link.
He was running. He wrapped around. He knew he'd be in a good position, but now this gets a bit more dangerous. That's the Guardian player down. Kiko making a lot of noise. And up in front of him is Valen, but Kiko survives at 6. Now it's dangerous. Trent hasn't even halved it yet. That's the problem. Kiko can swing on this there. Oh, he didn't once and twice, and it's over. Perfect there from Kiko. 6 points of health.
Oh, he's still alive, man.
5 more than he needed. And a beautiful thrifty for NRG. Just when he thought they were getting off to the races early, G2 have a stick jammed in the spokes.
Basically just an entire full buy right now for NRG. Mata has the stinger, and well, he's at the right range to play with that.
Oh, okay, Mata getting ahead of Jaw, but he can't worry about that for the time being. It was going to be a refract anyway. And these stronger weapons are starting to show out. Sleep down. All is up here for Jaw, but no attempt to test it. Everyone pulling out towards that B side of the map.
Jaw is getting close to that Phoenix ult. Definitely a chance he could have it on their actual buy round. That is one of the main purposes of running the Phoenix, especially on Pearl, is just fighting over the orbs, being able to get ults just cycled one after another.
Yeah, run it back being 6 orbs is quite a selling point, as it turns out. Saw Ye playing a ton of it last year, actually, on Smack.
Oh, and there is one kill from Jaw. Some danger for NRG. These players are weak. Mata and Ethan, look at their HP.
Yeah, Jaw here testing with a ghost. Bork, though, of course he gets himself an Odin as soon as humanly possible. Baby Bay Night Sheriff. Oh my goodness! 2 for Baby Bay, and Ethan is low. In the post plant, sure enough, but he's got nothing but the weapon to work with. And now G2 are circling. What is going on?
That's one where we're just going to need to rely on the replay operators to provide us the context. Right now, no ults to work with, and if G2 wants to kind of lightly play this site, maybe go for a spam kill and give it up and retake with Jaws ult, that's not a terrible option.
Leaf was so far forward on that A side of the map, he's going to be pretty quick into connected, but there is a turret watching. Is it watching in his direction, though? We'll have to wait and see.
30 seconds left.
Baby looks to flash out. Yes, the turret was watching the flank, so that's now NRG being forewarned.
Jaw is here, and that ult is ripped.
All right, runner back in play. Able to get away from the special delivery. Jaw still wants to fight. He knows he has to, and no chance, though. Kiko dominates him there from long. Ethan still entrenched in halls. Needs to be dug out, and Jaw in the second attempt gets him, but Mana and Scuba are there in numbers. And it's G2 walking into the crossfire, but Baby Bay's getting his hands dirty now. Trent with a swing and catches out Brock. It'll be Unk to finish the round, and G2 get to 3.
They look phenomenal on these B-side retakes. And then just looking at G2, that if things even do get dangerous, they have the ult combo with the Dimensional Drift Hunter's Fury ready to go.
Baby Bay gotten himself an outlaw now. Above the smoke. Okay. Safe cross there for NRG. Could have gone either way.
Just falls back, plays it safe. Valen is up close right now. Stunned to get into the smoke. Flashed up, stunned up, slowed.
Dangerous. Saturated and rolled by Kiko. Baby Bay at least is having to ring out some shots with that Sheriff. But
that teleport is still out in the open.
Yeah, not covered. It's only the one sort of smoke there towards the upper side, and that was from NRG. A little bit exposed. He wasn't. What happened there? The movement from Scuba a little bit too slippery. That's Brock done
yeah, that's
in.
a well-placed shot.
Trent's done very well to hit this side and make good use of that utility. And now with the element of surprise out the window, Scuba is a little exposed.
Yeah, it got dangerous, but G2, there has been a stabilization from Leaf and Trent coming in late. Ultimately, they still just had much better weaponry. The util arsenal to work with, and with no armors, those shock darts just
still terrifying.
Lethal as well. Both sides stacked up with ultimates. It's pacey from NRG just to get towards B long right now. Not fighting for any control of the map elsewhere. That has resulted in Baby Bay getting a main for free. And you can see just due to that, rotate from G2 all over the B side. Leaf, he wants to fight in the site right now.
Well, he's got no choice. He can't fight holes, and that's going to be a good enough trade now. Jaw wants to flash his way out, but Hunter's Fury's going to be cutting through and getting damage on him before he could deal with Scuba tucked in the corner. Valorant, though, not far behind. Has the inkling, has the idea that the play is there, and a clone is shot. It's an easy three-piece for the captain so far. And Brock has had to step away from this. There is a triple stack, high and low, waiting around the corner. And that spike is on the wrong side of that screen. Virtually impossible round to win by any metric. So Brock will see what he can get, and he'll get nothing. 5-1.
Also, worth noting that G2 did not have to use one ult to win that round.
Okay.
Oh, they're aware of Ethan. Oh, wow, they're right on him.
They're chasing him too. Ethan's going to have his hands full here. Trying to avoid these shots. We get a multiplayer swing into this, and yeah, not much you could do about that. Mana gets in though and gets one. Here's a lockdown over towards the A side of the map in the art direction. This is going to,
and it's just
this is going to get him scurrying
back. Leaf, is he going to get caught? The barrel scene, yeah, that's nice from Scuba. What a mid-round from NRG.
That is a bizarre moment there where the lockdown forces G2 out of A, but convinces him that's where the spike's going to end up, and so Leaf has his knife out.
A really sick call. We've seen G2 that win disadvantageous retakes on this B side. So a 3v4 is definitely not out of the question.
Another runner back here for Jaw as well, but he is not armored. He is a bit like paper mache at the moment.
Is he just going to send it in on a round like this?
Seems strange. All right, there's convergent pass. Jaw's able to sidestep that. But inside halls, Mata is now on the prowl. Baby Bay holds it up a position. And RG really not being spotted out for the time being. Ping out to Mata. Ah, Trent tries to spray that corner. It's exactly what you want to do with the Odin, but Mata is just too good. He'll be able to refract away. Caught by Baby Bay, though. Time. That's the issue. Kiko and Scuba so far off this. Baby Bay could cause problems, but there really isn't enough time to get that defuse.
No, even at that, there's stars on the spike. No chance for Baby Bay there. But so much damage done to NRG on their first round win could be extremely significant as we move forward. Yeah, it's not horrible for G2. Look at the money on NRG. They're players with 0.
Oh my god, that was crispy. All right, traded instantly though. Jaw tries to push up into that plaza, and Baby Bay wants to swing off this as well.
Mata is in danger. He took some shock dart damage as well. Just 20 HP. He is in there to the link as NRG trying to work down B long, but they're so spread across the map that they can't go for an execute right now. Oh, Mata had a chance even at the low HP, but couldn't connect the instant shot.
Neither player had their crosshair position for that. It was all about adjustment. G2 looking like a kicked hornet's nest this round. Very much buzzing around the map, and Kiko is expecting the push up, and he is rewarded.
Yeah, BabyBay getting adventurous and is very much punished for that. NRG by their time. You can see Kiko on the rotate, getting back towards B main. Scuba just posted to see if anyone
So disciplined.
too far, but that's free for Trent. Recon as well to assist Valen, who's going to be able to swing off Trent's contact, or just maybe intending on posting up on his own.
It's just sick discipline from Trent there. Holds the line, sees the player, eventually caught out, but that was a guided salvo that was going to force him out of positioning. Either way, here's Valen. Slams him. It's a 4-round game. The Phoenix Molly at A main seems to have sort of scared NRG off for a little bit. There's nothing like that this round. There's no aggressive A main clear from G2 either. So NRG face no resistance early in the round. And a Cosmic Divide straight towards A. That means they're going to accelerate now.
A site that has 4 G2 players ready to go.
Mata's in the pocket here. This could be ugly. Valen swing. Mata gets on the other side. This is so awkward. Valen making a bit of noise and still found Mata and minced it. Now he's entrenched. Ethan just popped on the other side of it. There's some wall damage, and this has not gone well for NRG at all, folks.
They're just going wall for wall.
He's running! Kiko down to 33. Valen can defuse behind this, and G2 were lying in wait.
By the way, a main control from G2. NRG just...
Dude, they are going for it.
Oh, what? There might be an opportunity for Scuba in mid.
This is belated trader. Oh, okay. And this is the second time in 3 rounds that Scuba's been able to do that. This time they're with a better weapon and with more prospects in the round. This has drawn NRG back through their spawn side.
Now on the instant lurk, Trent knows that this is a possibility.
He knows?
The timing. Right, oh my God.
He saw. How does he know, dude? Great intuition there from Trent, and he's just going to follow. Scuba's never going to be ready for this, and it's a freebie. Now NRG, dithering in their own spawn, have to decide where to end the round.
Kiko has a lockdown, but that can just be made irrelevant because of Trent's Hunter's Fury. Leaf is really entrenching himself on this B site. Spotting each other, he's going to need help fast.
Oh, the interceptor? Based. Actually based. Eats up that guided salvo. And doesn't really give away too much of the game either. They just don't know.
And there's BabyBay. He arrives in time. Supplemental flash for Leaf to swing. And now the crossfire set up 20 seconds. NRG, man, disadvantage. They have to just deal with way too many angles. There's just no way. G2 are so fast.
Just being out of it. Obviously, interceptor.
Danger for NRG looms yet again on this execute.
Valen pinged, chased. Hunter's Fury as well. Okay, little schmoves. One more shot though, and Valen is able to avoid it. So, fighting fit for what may be a flood into the A side. Okay, Mata's down. He was very low already, to be fair. Hunter's Fury this time coming away from G2. It's Trent lining him up and lighting them up. That's Kiko, barely alive, has to make use of this lockdown at some point in the round. Create some space for a spike recovery, but I believe that's been spotted in A main.
Trent, yet again aware of this Sewer's flank, and that's a free kill. Kiko has 0 HP to work with. Scuba on site, surrounded. G2 yet again on one of those rounds. Control the extremity. And now NRG will have to match that level of play on this defense of their own. Everyone from G2 moving their way towards that B side, all going through main. Teleport ready to go through as the util comes in back site. Wall to cut off a potential crossfire.
Gappy, but it'll do.
Ethan wants to commit to this.
Yeah, okay, Ethan's just able to really punish that opening a little bit. Flash there connected, and he's still able to deal with Jaw. I just don't feel like that's constructed all that solidly from G2, that hit onto B. Cheeky little stealth throwing there.
So reasonably, NRG are just kind of set up in this 2-1-2. They need one player to watch Sewers, and then they hope that a duo can anchor either site.
Jaw is on his way down B long with a classic. Yeah, now their swarms are going to snarl up G2 as they try and approach this B side of the map. Can Jaw make a splash here? Gotten into halls, in fairness. We get the drop on Kiko. He's only a sheriff, though, that he'd get for his troubles there. Hang about. Ethan has to back away. That's awkward. Caught in the open. Now a 2 versus 2. Surely there's guns to recover here in the post plant.
Chaw's just fighting forward. What is the timing? By the way, has his ult.
4 kills with a classic. This is dangerous here for Brook. How the heck is he supposed to get onto the side? That was free.
He dinked him.
Down to 47. Jaw for free. He's able to punish Brook, and now at least with the regen shield, he walks in healthy enough. But he's got 2 players to worry about! Are you kidding me? That is the most egregious display of classic use I've ever seen! What are we doing here?
Hey! What's good? NRG Classic, baby! Let's go!
Viral marketing in the Big 26, Wyatt. I am done.
NRG, because of that buy, having the Sheriffs, they have a buy here, kind of. They have 2 Stingers with 3 Vandals. This is some new economic management that is interesting to witness, but it's gotten them in a, well, okay. Trent might just
Be him?
send them out of this round, actually. Never mind.
This is the weak side for NRG. They were heavily stacked over towards A, something that Jaw probably surmised. So now they'll take that double stack in halls, player over towards long side, and
Leaf was just barely spotted there.
how does he intend to be a factor here? He's going to have to play from long. This might cause BabyBay just to rotate into the side, but he's got an outlaw, so he'll need to keep his distance to a degree. Shock dart, there's some value to be had here. Here comes Scuba though, gets on out there. He and Ethan can swing this together, but there's Leaf and Valorant chiming in. It's on Trent now. 6th game from him. The odds, the deck, stacked against him. Swing timing, look at how low these 2 have gone. It's got to be now. It's got to be 1 swing to end them. Oh, Trent, okay, not bad.
He didn't get it to half.
Oh, man.
Kiko just doesn't have the time to defuse that spike. Can't get the kill quick enough on the swing. NRG's pick, by the way.
Yep.
Just a reminder of that.
Yep. Oh, okay, here we get, once again, the flash is set up. G2.
Oh, the curveball is too good, man!
Being destroyed on this fight.
Butter at 20, he knows he's in deep trouble. And so, it is
split
Kiko.
time.
Yep, need more than just a little bit of liquid to douse this fire, my friend! And it is a 13-3 for G2. BabyBay can't believe it. NRG in dismay, their map pick gets thrown in their face, but a side of Habanero.
Start us off on their attack side. Jaw trying to set up a crossfire with his duelist partner.
Oh, enough noise to wake the dead there in Broke Room. Trying to bait Jaw back in their direction, but BabyBay will clean Ethan up. That's the Sky out of the picture.
So NRG on a fairly quick pivot towards the B side. What a kill from Mana. BabyBay again. These shots with the Sheriff
so
are just sick.
3-0 already. BabyBay's having an insane pistol round. Now that guy itself is going to force him back to a degree, but now the pinch comes in. Brook has nowhere to go. Van Scuba has submerged. Unfortunately for him, Spike's up in heaven.
NRG have just been sat down by the duelist duo on G2. Listen, it is always fun to see Jaw on Neon. I remember back when those changes first came in, he was insane with the movement. Let's see if Scuba can get anything done, though. Players are tagged up.
There it is.
Double face. Scuba going to go down.
I do feel like these changes are pushing us. They're pretty costly for NRG to get this space. They are in big garage. That is something. BabyBay headshot! Just what the doctor ordered. Well, actually, they'd be a terrible doctor if they asked for that, but Marta's out of the game. That's what's important. Guided salvo forces BabyBay off the line, but here comes Leaf.
Why is that range? That should be happening.
Don't ask.
That should
Questions
be happening.
you don't know the answer to. Is my mantra.
Close range gun? Hello? It looks like they've broken keyboards. There's no S key. They are in. They are sending it. Here is your standard, I'm a waylay with a Bucky, trying to kill someone, but it's not going to happen, and BabyBay just gets 2 free kills with NRG pushing through the wall, and Mata gets caught, and I mean, this is just 1 Radiant versus 5 Platinums YouTube video from BabyBay. BabyBay was just born to run it down, to send it.
And apparently we're not born too early either.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Damn, Dre!
Chris Bumstead pulled the same 5 poses for like 10 years, bro. He won Olympias. Drake can do what he wants, man. He's got good triceps.
Oh, Jaw doesn't get caught over on that A side. You heard the off shot rattle off, but there wasn't a kill. That one did get a kill. It was Mata in mid, catching Leaf on the jump up. So NRG bringing the operator into the fold, and now pivoting towards the A side. Valen will have to be the hero for G2 in main.
Full damage control there now for G2, and Valorant's getting exploratory. He can't get away from the stealth drone.
Not a great spot.
He's stuck. He is stuck. He's able to find his one. And now very quickly you see the dash there over towards the spawn side. Babyface trying to get positioned, but he can't hold the angle with this op. There's a nebula in the way, and so fuck him, I'm just gonna he has it off in his head. He's going for it, and he is silenced instantly by Mada. Okay.
That's a display of the level of confidence that these guys are at right now. That was a 2v4. The entirety of NRG over on a no ults to work with just yet, but it's Valen fully isolated in that site.
Okay, Mada refracts out, seeing Valen there, so a star thrown at his feet. Valen just walks out. That is such a wide swing to take. He's hit him, but he got his kill. Can he buy time? See him tight, and that's the spike going loose. This has gone from bad to worse for NRG. Good money follows bad.
He's isolated for how long? 20 seconds? No help. Finds two. Another just being baited into Dre.
And again, we've seen Babyface look very, very good with the off over the course of Kickoff.
He didn't even pull out the shotgun.
No, Op's pretty good at that kind of point-blank range. That is going to get your blood pumping.
Jaw back into main. Does he just take a peek? Does he just find the kill? Yes. Does he just run away? No. He wants to fight for more.
Okay, grab well there. It's a little awkward for Leave. Will be brought down by Mada's Phantom, one of the few truly functional rifles here.
Jaw's going back into B main. NRG. What is the move as things are slowing down in the mid-round?
Yeah, that op is watching.
Kiko is saying surely he can't resist. And he might be right.
He might be right.
He may be right.
On some level,
there's no way, man.
Okay, you're running. What is that, Jaw?
I mean,
limits are being tested.
Guys, that convergent path's straight up whiff. G2 Crossfire is not much of a crossfire with the Nebula in Trent's face, though, but Scuba is out in the open, and Baby will not... Oh, well, he did miss. Never mind.
That's a pretty shocking casting.
My line. I didn't even finish the sentence.
Me when I'm making things up on air. All right, Ethan gets up on that site now. Seekers will keep Valen at bay. There's going to be a belated swing to the left. Valen would have to... Oh, what a flick! Surely. There are a couple of things that have happened over this round that I would simply call uncanny.
Absolutely. And I want to say this reminds me of a similar point in Pearl. NRG, they finally get their second round, but everyone dies except for one guy, and then they lose and have no money, except maybe this time they can actually stabilize the game as Kiko finds them that entry.
That's crazy, dude. Done it again. All right, Star's going to be recalled. Mada is intently watching a potential push-up. Trying to punish the jump peak that Waylay is so known for. Neon's so known for, pardon.
I certainly do not mind the op on attack with how aggressive G2 are playing.
Ooh, okay, there was back up there.
Speaking of.
So I think, yeah, we're at the juncture now that, you know, we might be in timeout territory. At least G2 just need to slow it down a little bit. It's nice from Scuba. That was very snappy.
Yeah, Josh may want to calm the guys down a little bit at this point. They've hype maxed. They've hyped themselves up too much now, where they're
we're talking about
some crazy plays.
Yeah, we're talking about a team who's been under some of the most extreme pressure any competitor in Valorant could be and prevailed on the world stage.
Close for Trent. Still a 5-on-2. This one should be over.
Yeah, unlikely there's going to be an attempt here at the round for G2.
The money has finally started to dwindle for them on defense.
The Cosmic Divide already.
Not going to be a timeout here from Josh. Thought there certainly may have been, though maybe Valen from the leadership is like, all right, well, they haven't really slowed down. Or we could just send it with the Bucky immediately.
I mean, that's that. But
of course, the Waylay can't just get out with refract. A little bit different. Leaf this time has the op. Motto was
the refract.
Air shot. What happened there?
No chance to get away. He tried to run it up mid here, and here we go again.
All right, yeah, they didn't need a timeout. That's fine.
G2's hands reach up from the mud and drag NRG back down.
I gotta say, this is some of the most fun gameplay we've ever seen from G2. And I like that for them. I like that for us.
Think of this team, by the way, who, like, we're very, very good. And people just straight up struggled to get excited about their games because they used to play so passively, so systematically, so formulaic.
But it's cool that G2 went from being this team last year that were just so invested in we are playing Taeho Yoru on everything into this year. We're still in comps from Tier 2. We're playing Phoenix because we saw Paper Rex do it. Let's just play Neon and Waylay on this map now.
Jaw wants to fight. He really wants to get in there. Armageddon going to be circumvented for the most part. Hindrance on Jaw. Okay, he's going to get around that corner. Fallon. He's tucked into the back of the side. Leaf didn't have a lot to say this round. Convergent pass though from Baby Bay. They're all hindered. Spray the please. Through the smoke. Just one for Valen. But look how low Ethan's gotten.
He was just praying that Nebula would drop earlier. Trent sending in the Nightfall in this 2-on-3.
Cosmic Divide, we are going for it. Quick refract there from Baby Bay. Realizes it wasn't the landing he was hoping for.
Look at the NRG HP right now to a combined 0, it feels like.
Yeah, big decay down. It made it easy for Trent to slip in and find that pick. Now the Cosmic Divide has been pushed past. It's about to expire. Kiko up on the corner here. Needs some good fundamentals in this moment, but Baby Bay is all swagger. Now the 2v1. Brock has struggled to fight his way out of these unfavored scenarios today, and he will retreat in that defense spawn direction. It's going to be quite the moment. He's got the info. Down to 32. Beautifully done by Brock. Red Bull clutch for NRG, and not a moment too soon.
He finally arrives in the server today. Tries to play around that to support Trent, who is very much so entrenched in the site.
Nothing to see with that Trailblazer, though. Hey, here's the smoke dash in. Marta has heaven control. He is in there. Baby Bay going to be forced back. Vulnerable and hit by that saturator. Marta. Nicely done. Leaf handled. Relay bolt, though, going to be capitalized. All right. Just running at him, apparently.
And now NRG just have the entire map split open for them. They can choose to go back towards B. Everyone running through mid, leaving Scuba late. Fallon has gotten himself into B main. It's a good position to play from.
Kiko goes Astral, but he's inside the smoke. It was Marta that was exposed to Valen's timing.
NRG do have to worry about a lot of angles right now, despite being at the man advantage.
Valen's still good for a second there. This is going to keep G2 in the round. They're going to have to get busy. Do they check for Brock? Yes, inside the smoke now. It's even Stevens. There is a late wrap, though, through mid, and Scuba might have just the timing they need.
It seemed like Trent knew it was a possibility turning around.
Here's the tap. So there's going to be some of that post-blind util. Baby Bay in trouble! Gravwell makes it impossible for him to fight properly against Scuba. And Trent doesn't really have the room here. Kiko banishes him. And here come NRG back into the game. NRG might just be feigning something here, but look at this wrap around from Jaw and Valen. Pushed off B so early.
Kiko was watching their back until he had to go into astral form, and that allows the perfect timing for Jaw.
Get disciplined, Jaw. Dirty stuff, and that's a spike going loose. Now they've been caught off for the rest of their team. NRG get control, though, of this A side. They've dealt with the anchors at least. They've got even up in players, but Jaw's found his third. Valen's going to be there to support him. A Cosmic Divide to cut NRG off from the spike. And what's the option supposed to be? Take your timing. There's a high-low waiting for Ethan. Feels like he knows it. He knows this is going to be tough. A double swing is what he's trying to put together for the round. It's 89 points of health on NRG entirely. They've got to go for it. Smoke on the other side. Jaw had the off angle. This is all but impossible. And there's Jaw. Is it going to be another race for Jaw? And G2 put their stamp back on this half in the final round. It's a tie one, 7-5.
Both tucked in that right side corner, or at least work for a moment. Ethan takes the contact, is lit up.
Okay, G2 crossing here. They do want to go unchecked, and it's going to be refract that kind of gets Baby Bay out of trouble. They make short work of G2. Beautifully done. Just a crossfire. Simple stuff for NRG, but oh, it's been effective. Jaw was hindered.
Is all the way through. Screens flanking them. So was Leaf, by the way. He's up there.
So NRG to get into the site with the spike. Leaf is going to be the pivotal player from this point on in the round. Is he in the right spot to succeed?
Spike planted.
Ethan on 10 HP in this situation. Baby Bay wants to take contact, draw the attention so Leaf can be the player that closes the round out.
Leaf is confident. Oh man, he's just pushing off his line there. Maybe a lack of patience, maybe just concern. They don't know what was happening in heaven, so it's on Baby Bay, 44 points of health, and that is all consumed. As Marta points the ghost at it. Scuba again just been looking to hold these passive angles, but that relay bolt's a problem. He's at least able to do with the Prowler, Nova Pulse, and the kitchen sink. And he's still got good damage. Respect it.
Brutal scenes, though.
And that guided salvo stops an acceleration through rope room. It does slow G2 down, but they kind of get what they came for. driving a wedge straight up the middle of the map, and now allowing Jaw to catch a rotate or go hunting for other players.
The weaponry on NRG is not great right now, but they are playing at ranges where they can get the most out of the SMGs. Jaw drawing some attention towards Mail. Is this just going to be a one and done for Kiko, or can he have a little pop-off moment? Babybay's
There's
low.
no saturate to clear this corner at all. They don't have the util, so it ends up being pretty costly. Oh! Okay, Jaw a little bit too slow. Flashed out, has to retreat. That is functionally going to keep Ethan in this position, though. He's very much pinned down by Jaw, and he has to fight his way out of that position somehow.
There's a good swing, and now Jaw's just going to go play it safely back towards main. That duo on site with Valen. They did a good job getting in, but he's just caught straight up in the open.
Yeah, again, too many spots to check, not enough ways to gain that info safely.
Just some timings on timings there.
Is he referring to him getting flicked on by Marta dropping down from heaven? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so.
All planned, all planned.
Looks like G2 want to go with some pace. Again, the stun and the dash is perfect. Scuba is well hindered, but they're not going to bother with the smoke. What about LSC? Scuba is just having a nightmare in fence.
The util usage is something else. Kiko does very well to assert himself on his B side. It's astonishing he even gets that. Now, though, we're walking that. Okay. Marta will certainly punish you for those, so it's an even player score now in the post plant. G2 need to find a way to maybe get off this B side or at least spread a bit more.
Yeah, not going to be any late flank. Dangerous for someone to try to get towards backside when they know the op could be watching, but now with that Nebula up, there's an opportunity to spread out a little bit more.
That Nebula came up at the perfect time because that util would have forced G2 out into the open, out into the town square, for their ideas to be exposed to the world. Here comes Ethan, and there he goes. Leaf notches up 3. Getting himself in the game now.
A little unlucky, perhaps, that they chose the site where there are going to be 5 NRG players. Let's see if they can deal with it, though.
Unlucky is relative, that's for sure. Marta and Ethan, the classics ring out. Trent inside this smoke. Respecting Salvo. It's going to be Valen waiting for Kiko to push up. They've got to get out of here. G2 have lost 3 players on this. Pushed into the stacked side. It kind of goes the way you expect it to. And now they need to put some breathing room between themselves and NRG, who have recovered all the rifles.
And have a convergent paths to work with from Mata. They have a great opportunity now to win this round.
Valen has a divider here off this plant. Is there a gainful way to make use of that? This does feel like a pivotal round. This is not one you can afford to lose if you're G2.
Valen crossing into B main. What a crucial fight this is about to be! Ethan is too far away to get a fast trade.
That's a convergent path's gone.
Look at this, Valen is still aware that someone could be coming.
How does he know? And it's the lack of armor here for NRG that is hurting them. Brock now. Glass Cannon Vandal going for it.
And Leaf heard him. He knows that he's up in heaven, but that awareness is lovely.
All right, step into the Brocktigon, Valen.
Has to get this star pop, though. Can't get it to half.
Yeah, Brock knows that. Frustrating. He wanted a half, and that's not happening for him at all. Valen emerges. And what could have been a pretty disastrous round for G2 is salvaged somewhat.
You are divided.
Now here's that Cosmic off the rip for G2.
They are kind of going back to the well with the straight up A hit, except this time there's not going to be 5 NRG players stacked there because this is a real gun round. So they get that site for free, and it looks like they want to fight for even more.
They're going to get ahead of the retake util. They've read into a pass from Marta. They're going to try and go for it. However, they get thrown into the mix instantly. So presence and screens here.
They're being massively slowed down by that utility, but they choose the timing to swing out. No way!
Marta still no chance to make use of the pass in this round either. Through the smoke, it's Babybay fighting Kiko. Scuba and Brock have to figure it out. Leaf watching the backstab. Will he be mindful of Scuba slipping in through A main? It's not being watched for right now. This is a huge moment for Scuba. Brock spotted. There's going to be a check here. Surely Valen, little peek, sees what he wants. And that leaves it up to Brock now. Half armor! And Valen again ends the round. 2 decisive kills to put G2 2 rounds away. I think.
And then they don't give up after that. They're still relentless.
They walked into, I think, a stealth drone that was suppressed at one point, caught up inside screens. Anyway, Jorgamo going through. Relay bolts quite telling about where Kiko was,
but that baited out an Armageddon on the B side.
And look at this accelerate into A now. A lot of the space being given up here by NRG, but Babybay wanders into the crosshairs of Scuba.
Trailblazer re-clearing towards A ramp, so NRG can feel safe trying to get forward. Leaf knows he needs to make something happen.
Yeah.
Wants to get a kill. Nightfall being sent forward, gets a big connection.
Convergent paths are going to be used straight away from Marta. It's now or never to make use of that ultimate. He's spotted around the corner, he's looking low, and Valorant has to deal with the Seekers. So he gives ground. Backs up, risking now a multi-face into this elbow position, but he's got only a mind for his teammates, trying to set them up. He is getting pummeled by this util, trying to get some smokes out on the side, but Scuba's going to find him at a snake bite. It's Leaf, looking for a timing, it's not there. Trent inside the smoke has to go huge, but Scuba has his crosshairs trained on this very position, and the firing squad awaits Trent.
G2 just keeping it simple, yet again with a straight-up fast A hit. Looks like that might be the case. Oh no,
He's too clean with it.
All right, hindrance on Ethan. A little bit awkward now as Jaw is encroaching and threatens to pinch him. Ethan on raft and needs to find a way to get off here. Jaw's happy with what he's gotten so far, but anything extra is a bonus.
Look at the way the G2 are just spreading across the map right now.
What? He's at 6 health. Ethan caught out by the Bucky. It's found 2.
And now G2 realized, wait, we could just go back to A for free. The last 2 guys are over on the B side. They were ready to make some crazy maneuvers across the map. Surely Jaw doesn't
dangerous.
Another one at 6 HP.
Trent on the cross there almost went down. I think he's got it. Yeah.
That's just, he gets another one.
That is messed up, bro. I can't say it on there. That is messed up! G2 match point. 13-3 and then a 13-8 would be something to behold against your literal world champions. So Jaw's made
didn't even end up mattering.
He's made the big upgrade to the judge here. So flush with catch, he's made use of it. Trailblazer drops down. Not a whole lot to see there. Hindrance as they try and predict this move in here from Jaw, but Valorant's going to be following it up pretty quickly. And now G2 are in this A site, properly in it. That Viper spin to mid doesn't really seem to be a factor as Baby Bay stirs up the waters there on ramp, but it's Jaw. It always has been by the looks of things. There's an inevitability about this guy with overdrive on the map. Kiko force feeds him some of his own medicine, but has to go 1v3 for the series. And that's a baptism of fire that leaves him Christmas cinders. G2 advance to our middle bracket final.